All right, you guys, hi, and welcome to my back to school wellness class. Over in my private Zoom room, I am going to share my screen, and I'm actually decided last minute to go live on Instagram as well. So, what this is a 30-minute, I'm going to keep this to 30 minutes, very quick back to school wellness class. I was actually planning on doing this next week. However, doTERRA surprised us with a flash sale where so many of the back to school wellness products are 25% off. So I pushed it to today. So forgive me for the last minute, hey, everyone come to this class. So let me share my screen over. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen over in the Zoom room and Instagram. You're just going to have to DM me your email if you want the link to this that I'm sharing, which is actually kind of cool. Let me see. Can I flip this? I don't think I can, but I can kind of show you this way. So this is this pretty document I have going on. That's kind of just a guide to what I'm doing. So real quick, first of all, my name is Anna Bordner. If you don't know me, I am a wife. I'm a mom of two. I have a 4- and 5-year-old, and we just started this school year. This is week 2, and I now have a child in VPK and a child in kindergarten. So I feel like I'm in this new mom club where my kids are in school. I have a couple hours where I can have to myself. I'm not so nice. It's so nice. Let me just tell you, if you're in the newborn, baby stage, toddler stage, there is light ahead. There really is. I never expected to be home with my kids this long. So I quit my job as an engineer 4 years ago now, a little over 4 years ago. And it's been quite the journey. I decided very early on to start a wellness business, partnered with doTERRA because I saw the need to have safer, cleaner, more effective products in my home to take care of ourselves, our self-care and our healthcare in our homes without having to rush off to the doctor or text my sister, the chiropractor, all the time. So I love that these essential oils stepped into my life at exactly the right time that I needed them. Well, I could have used them forever, but I find that a lot of people who get into essential oils are people who are in some form of transition. So as we're in this transition of back to school, I wanted to give you guys a snapshot of the routine that I use to support my kids, to support kind of their emotional and physical health at home. And it kind of ties back into me, because as a mom, I'm just more of an introvert. I crave kind of time to myself. I crave time at home. I crave a clean home. I crave everyone just to be healthy and happy. And I feel as this mom, I'm the CEO of my home, right? So when the kids are happy, I'm happy. When I'm happy, the kids are happy. So it's this just giving back to each other of our energy and our wellness, right? So there's a few reasons I decided on doTERRA. So I'm going to talk about that real quick. The first has to do with numbers because, of course, I'm a little bit of a nerd, and that's okay. But doTERRA is the largest and fastest growing essential oil company in the world, which it was even 5 years ago when I got started. And there's currently over 7 million customers in doTERRA, which is insane. When I started, there was just under 2 million. So this company is growing, growing, growing. And because of that, well, let me back up a little bit. One of the other numbers that I really liked about this company was about testing. So these essential oils, you guys know you can get essential oils everywhere, from Walmart, from Best Buy, from Amazon, which was totally me. I would get the biggest bottle of tea tree oil on Amazon for the cheapest price and expect it to do something. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. But there's no testing regulation in this industry for essential oils. So one of the numbers I fell in love with is 54. So these essential oils go through 54 different tests, some of which are done by third-party testing, which is important to me. And what these tests show us is that there's no chemicals, there's no, sorry, I should have turned off my phone notifications. There's no impurities in the essential oil. There's no additives. There's no like junk in it. There's no pesticides, and that the chemical profile is what it's supposed to be. So this is what all of this testing shows us, is that these oils are the purest and the most potent form of oils, of essential oils that you're going to get. And because of the amount of people in in this company and the amount of people buying oils and the rate that this company is growing, there's a huge, massive sourcing opportunity, right? So these oils are sourced from all over the world, from over 40 different countries, and over half of these countries are considered developing. So what that kind of means is that doTERRA doesn't go in and just take over an area when they find an area where a plant's growing natively, it's giving us the exact right profile that we want, the benefits that we want. There are companies that will go in and try to like take over or try to like pay these people crappy wages, where doTERRA comes in and they partner with the people in the area to pay fair prices, to eliminate that middleman who's trying to screw them out of wages. And we go to the places where these plants are growing. We empower local communities to not only be successful, but to like be able to pass on their legacy to the next generation and to share their gift with the world. It's really beautiful. And there's also part of doTERRA is the Healing Hands Foundation. And just to give you kind of like a little quick intro to what that is, it's the giving back portion of doTERRA. It's really beautiful what they do. So just a small example is my husband and I had a home in the Panhandle. And this past November, Hurricane Michael, which is a Cat 5 hurricane, it went from like a Cat 2 to a Cat 5 literally overnight. Our tenants left at like 2 a.m. Thank goodness they were up watching it and left. While this hurricane was completely just ravaging this area, right? And my husband and I went there and saw that it just looked like a war zone. We'd never really seen anything that terrible before. And I live in Florida. I've grown up in Florida, and I've lived through so many hurricanes, and I never have seen damage like that. People compared it to Andrew in the 90s in Miami. And I reached out to doTERRA, and they sent me 100. They would have sent me more, but I wanted 100 care packages for the people. So it had things like a towel, a bar of soap, a little touch roller of Melaleuca, to give to these people who just were in need and needed help. And just that little piece of like loving and humanity and kindness and goodness just goes a really long way. So if you guys want more info on what Healing Hands Foundation does, go on YouTube and search doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation. While I'm at it, I want to mention one more website. There's a website called source2u.com. And what you can do there is you can enter in the lot number on the bottom of your essential oil bottle, and you can see the test results for that particular bottle. So I'm going to pull it up on where I'm sharing, and then I'll type it in on Instagram. Source2u. If I can type. So here on Zoom, you guys can see how beautiful this website is. But you can see this button here, quality reports. You can literally enter your quality ID here, submit, and then see the test results. It's really pretty incredible, and no other company is doing that, which is one of the reasons that I feel so comfortable using these oils with my children. Okay, so before I get into this, I wanted to mention again that quite a few of these oils are on sale until tomorrow. So if you want to get on this, I promise I want to try to keep this quick, and make sure you go in and you order. And if you want, feel free to reach out to me as well. You can just DM me if you're on Instagram, or just reply to the email when I send out this recording. So I talk about this like lifestyle pyramid kind of often, but in order to have this like wellness lifestyle, we really have this kind of like pyramid where at the bottom we have eating right, and then exercising, resting and managing stress, reducing our toxic load, our informed self-care, and then at the top we have proactive medical care. So to me, I was eating right and exercising and kind of skipping things like resting and managing stress, reducing my toxic load. And what the heck was I going to do for self-care? I mean, I washed my hair every once in a while. And then proactive medical care is like going to the doctor, having that support. But what I learned is there's so many things we can do for ourselves and for our children, that using essential oils, that we don't necessarily need to like go to the doctor for. These essential oils are safe, they're effective, and when diluted properly and used with care and intention, they can truly support our bodies and help as we start this back to school, right? So there's so much we can talk about. Well, really what I wanted to talk about was kind of a routine. So what I did is I wrote out kind of our morning, our midday, and our evening and bedtime routines. So, you guys ready? In the mornings, one of the things that I love to do, and my son loves smoothies, my daughter not so much, but I love to make a good breakfast smoothie. I love to have that good basis of nutrition, that no matter how much junk my son tries to eat, what he tries to pull out of the pantry, which I don't keep junk, but he will try to eat like an entire bag of chips, organic potato chips, which isn't okay. Or he'll try to eat like a third cheese stick or whatever it may be. So my favorite breakfast smoothie is a cup of organic unsweetened almond milk, the vanilla kind, and usually I get it from Costco, half a frozen banana, and I love it when we keep the fruit frozen because then you don't need to add ice, and I feel like it makes it creamier. Handful of greens such as kale or spinach, half a scoop of chocolate protein powder or collagen powder, always grass-fed, and then IQ Mega. So IQ Mega is doTERRA's fish oil for children. So my kids will sometimes just take it off a spoon, or they do, but if I'm making them a smoothie, I'll throw it in the smoothie. My daughter literally just takes it off a spoon. It tastes like wild orange, so it doesn't taste bad to them. They're so used to taking it, but I know some families love to just put this in smoothies for their kids. And I actually have a liquid one that I'm taking in addition to the one I'm taking, and I'll throw mine in my smoothie as well. So I know it's pretty good in the smoothie. So then I'll also give the kids, so they get their smoothie, they get their vitamins, which their A to Z chewables are so good. I actually love to take them myself when I want something to just like not snack on, but I like the taste of them. They're watermelon flavored, something my kids love. And then I'll give them a PB Assist Junior, which is kind of like a pixie stick. You guys on Zoom can see it in this picture. So IQ Mega, the A to Z chewables, and then the PB Assist Junior, it's probiotics. So these three things create this basis of nutrition for us, right? So I know that no matter like what they eat that day, I know they're getting a good solid boost of vitamins and probiotics and their fish oil for the day. And then before they go out the door, so this is the kids line right here, and it's really, like it says, quick swipe and go. So doTERRA created a kids line, and while absolutely we can use a lot of or most or all of the essential oils that doTERRA offers with kids properly diluted, these this kids line is exactly perfectly diluted for our little ones. You could even dilute it a little bit more if you wanted to, and you can just literally swipe and go. So there's a few of them I'm going to walk through. The first one is Stronger. So Stronger is doTERRA's protective blend. And this has rose, it has frankincense, cedarwood, lychee, I'm not quite sure how to say that. But it's a beautiful smelling oil with the rose and frankincense. So this is actually great for immune support. We could also use doTERRA's On Guard Touch, which is your pre-diluted, kind of like this one. This is Digestin, but just pre-diluted in a roller bottle. And that's really good to swipe on the bottom of their feet. So where do your kids put your shoes on? Their shoes on. Put a bottle of Stronger next to where they put their shoes on, so you can swipe the oil on the bottoms of their feet, or the On Guard. And Thinker. So Thinker is this green one here. Steady is this green one here, and which is beautiful for a grounding blend. So it's kind of similar to doTERRA's Balance, but again, formulated differently, specifically for children. And honestly, I love this kids line of oils. I use almost all of them every single day. They're so good. So Steady, you think about like emotional support, right? And my husband's been really big on this lately, but to really talk about their feelings and their emotions, and to really meet them where they're at. Because we know that this is such a huge transition. That's a huge transition for us. Like, how are they feeling? My kid's riding the bus for the first time, and Declan's now in VPK, where he actually has like worksheets and kids to play with, and it's just a big transition. So there's all these huge feelings in their little bodies, and to help them process it, having these tools is such a big deal, at least for me. My daughter every single morning is saying, oh, my tummy hurts, Mom, my tummy hurts. And I know that it's not necessarily because she just ate something that made her tummy hurt, or because she has to go potty, or whatever it may be. It's because there's a lot of little feelings, or big feelings in her little body, and that's how it expresses itself, is, Mommy, I have a tummy ache. So what do? Obviously, I'm going to swipe some Digestin Touch over her belly, because she loves that. Or I'm going to take an oil like Brave, which is this orange one here, which is the Courage blend, and roll that into her belly, or on her wrists, or on the back of her neck. So that way she can sit and she can smell it when she's getting upset, or maybe when she's not feeling brave, she can just take a whiff of that. And guys, there's such an emotional aspect to every single one of these oils. So it's not just for immune support or digestive support or respiratory support. These oils all have emotional benefits as well. The other one is Thinker, which is the Focus blend. So this is one I use every single day. It sits on my desk. I have an extra one I bought for myself, and I love to put this one back of my neck, on my wrists. So same thing with the kids. So good. And then diffusing. So diffusing in the mornings, just peppermint and wild orange. So good. Such a really awesome thing that you can do for your family, and for cleansing the air and just creating that like uplifting, welcoming environment. Checking the time. All right, let me see if I can finish this up in about 10 minutes. So throughout the day, we have a lot of things that we can do, right? So our hands, we can wash our hands with this foaming hand wash. And like, I pray that someday our schools will use this hand wash instead of whatever crap hand wash is in the bathrooms, okay? So doTERRA's On Guard line is fabulous, and On Guard is doTERRA's protective blend. There's a whole line of products that use On Guard. On Guard is the oil that's going to give us that extra immune support and really help stop viruses and bugs and all of that before it even happens. So throughout the day, or even in the morning, or when they come home, the first thing I have them do when they come home is put their freaking shoes away. They always end up in the middle of the floor, right? And wash their hands. one thing you can send to school with them is the On Guard Sanitizing Hand Mist. And you guys, it's normally $6.50. It's on sale for $4.87. So I am totally going to stock up on these. I need to place my order. But these are so nice. I carry them with me everywhere, put one each in the kids' backpacks. And honestly, they're a little hard for them to push right now, but they can kind of like set it on the table and like push down on top of it. For them to like squirt it with their finger is a little difficult for my age children. But my daughter has her very own. It has a little flower sticker on it that she loves. I like to carry it around with me, spray it on grocery carts. I'll spray the bottoms of shoes. I'll spray door handles, my phone, which I know gets disgusting. What else? Throughout the day. So that's what I have throughout the day. You can also do some things and put some of these kids' oils in their backpacks. So that way, when they feel like they need to concentrate a little bit more, when they're taking a test, to roll thinker on the back of their necks or on their wrists. My daughter has a bottle of rose oil in her backpack because that's her favorite oil, and that's what makes her feel like grounded and calm and like mama's right there with her. So there's so many options we can do to make our children just feel safer, to make them feel more protected. Maybe Digestin is something I need to consider sending with my daughter because her tummy's been bothering her so much. If they're outside playing, throw in a peppermint touch back into their backpack, which, remember, the touch means pre-diluted with coconut oil in the roller bottles. And peppermint keeps them cool. So if they're outside, if they're playing sports and they want to just stay cool, have a peppermint touch in their backpack or in their gym bag or whatever it may be. The Deep Blue touch. So Deep Blue is the soothing blend, and it's really great for those growing muscles, those aches and pains. There's also the children's version in the kids kit, and that is called, what is it called? Oh gosh, I can't remember. Rescuer. And that's another awesome one. You can roll it on your shoulders, use it for you. Roll the Deep Blue touch or the Rescuer on your shoulders, and it just gives you like a nice soothing effect. Maybe for me, I love to put Deep Blue on as I'm transitioning in my day. So as I'm going from like workout, shower, and then sit down to work, I'll put it on. Or before the kids come home from school, I'll put it on. And it's just kind of a signal as I'm transitioning in my day to my mind and to my body that, hey, we're moving on. We're going to do something different. So after school, I love to create a welcome home environment for my kids as they ease off the school bus or the pickup line and come back to home. So mine like to relax for about 20 minutes during this transition, which is good. It gives me a time to like help them get their stuff put away, get their lunch boxes all in the dishwasher, whatever I need to do. So I really like to diffuse something like On Guard and a citrus blend in the afternoons. It helps cleanse the air. It gives them that extra little immune boost. It gives them that like welcome home, like smelly, not smelly, but in a bad way, but that just welcome home hug. I gave you guys some of my favorite blends in this document here. And then homework time. So Bust Out the Thinker or In Tune is the adult version of the Focus blend. It's heavy on patchouli. Some people love to dilute it a little bit more. So getting yourself a few empty roller bottles and kind of splitting up that In Tune into two different ones, topping it off with fractionated coconut oil, your carrier oil. Fractionated, guys, just means pre-diluted. I'm sorry, it means always liquid coconut oil. I love this description. Do you have a difficult time staying focused or on task? Or maybe you have a big test coming up? Use one of these two incredible blends to combat the squirrel brain. Who else has a squirrel brain, guys? Actually, one of my strengths is focus, but sometimes It's also achieving. So sometimes I have this huge list of things to do, and honestly, it takes me a moment to be like, okay, what's the one thing I need to accomplish right now? And that's what I'm going to do. And I know a lot of you have gotten quite a few questions on, hey, my kid really needs extra help with homework time, and what do I do? And guys, I can speak from my experience with me working. My children haven't had homework yet. Thank God. There's going to be years and years for that. But for me personally, having something like Intune or Thinker, the smell of it just gives you this like sense of like, okay, I can do this. I can stay on task and let's get this done. There's also Vetiver and Thinker, which is super interesting because there's been lots of studies on vetiver and the use of vetiver in children with ADD. So just something to think about. You can Google those. So also for whole body support after school, right? So oils in the touch kit, such as lavender, tea tree, frankincense, those are all great for skin oils. So if they have any issues, maybe if they fell down, went boom on the playground, you can give them something to support their skin. Digest and touch, like I mentioned, for tummies, deep blue lavender, frankincense touch for growing bodies, or our little sports stars, right? And on Zoom here, I have a picture of the touch collection, which is also on sale. It's normally $169, so it'll be wholesale, so it'll be 20% off that. Comes with lavender, peppermint, frankincense, manuka, tea tree oil. Digest and breathe, which is a respiratory blend, one of my all-time favorite oils. On Guard, oregano. Oregano is like your powerhouse. If your kids or you are like not doing well, you're totally under the weather, you're going to take out your oregano touch, On Guard touch, manuka and frankincense touch, and roll them up and down the bottom of your feet a couple times a day, and then you're going to start feeling better. It's really such a cool thing. And then it also comes with deep blue. And then at nighttime, you guys, so this is where our day winds down. This is where you want to create a space for your children to feel safe talking to you, telling you what's going on in their lives. My husband loves to play highs and lows. So I'll be sitting at the dinner table, or mostly sitting, I don't know if it's just me, my kids don't really sit very well at the dinner table. Apparently they sit really well in school though, which is interesting because they do not sit for me. Anyways, so his little game is highs and lows, and we'll say, what were your highs and what were your lows? And we go around the table, tell about our highs and lows, or sometimes we have to prompt them a little bit more. What made you happy today for your highs? Or is there anything that made you sad or mad or frustrated? And those were your lows. So again, we're trying to get them talking about like their feelings and kind of understanding a little bit more about what they need from us as their parents. And knowing, of course, then it helps us know what oils to help, that will help them with those, support them in those feelings and those big feelings in those little bodies. So one of the things I also love to do is put lavender or serenity and breathe in the diffuser about half an hour before bedtime. And I'll pump that in their room. So that way when we go in to read their books, say their prayers, sing their song, then it just like smells amazing. It creates this like welcoming atmosphere into their room, right? We do a swipe of breathe touch across the chest. I feel like there's always some form of like lingering cough. Over summer, I know at the beginning of summer, there was a big respiratory bug that was going around town. So we had that for a little while. And so it's so nice to have these tools where you can literally feel and hear a difference in your breath as you swipe something like this breathe across your chest. We also, again, pull out the Kids Blend oils. You do a swipe of Calmer. Hey, girl. Types of Calmer across the feet. Lavender Touch, which is, again, pre-diluted. Or the Serenity, which is the calming blend. And so in Serenity, there's oils like lavender, Roman chamomile, vanilla. So it's like a little bit sweeter version of lavender, and is really, really good for helping calm the mind and the body at night. It's one I love to put on my temples before bed. Or even Peace Touch. So Peace is more of like a vetiver-based blend, and I actually really love Peace. Peace is one that kind of helps me calm my own anxiety. So I don't know. I love this one. It's one I'll use and I'll roll it down. I forget who I got it from, but I roll it down like here for me. So it's another good spot to roll that for your kids or for you. So again, I wanted to keep this kind of short and sweet for you guys. So hopefully that was super helpful. And I'm going to talk real quick about how to get this into your home. And remember that if you guys want this document that I'm talking about, just shoot me a message and I'll make sure I send it out to you guys. So 25% off products until Friday are the kids' oil collection. As the kit, we have the On Guard foaming hand wash, the On Guard sanitizing hand mist, the On Guard protecting throat drops, which I didn't even mention, but those are like little throat lozenges, along with the breathe respiratory drops. Those are ones that we love to travel with, which I'll be traveling in September, so I should add a few to my cart. The touch kit, the whole touch kit with the whole 9 essential oils pre-diluted, ready to use. The A to Z chewables, the In Tune, Mito 2 Max. So this is great for us as parents, right? Mito 2 Max is a supplement that works with your mitochondria to give you good, clean energy. So while coffee makes you feel like jittery and maybe anxious sometimes, in Mito 2 Max is a supplement that gives you good, clean, positive energy. It'll be a little bit more consistent. I take 2 a day. I really probably should be taking 4. doTERRA Serenity, the Peace Touch, and the Motivate Touch are all 25% off until tomorrow, Friday the 23rd. So you guys, if you've been waiting, now is your time. This is awesome. And so if you do not have your own doTERRA account yet, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can choose to buy a starter collection, which will waive a membership fee. Your membership fee is $35 otherwise. So you can grab yourself a kit. Those kits start at $150 and they go up to like $3,000. But I have a link in this document where you can see the starter kits. And then you can add on whatever you want so that membership gets you a 25% discount. So you get your wholesale pricing. So those items I just listed are an additional 25% off the wholesale pricing. So you guys, it's phenomenal. It's such a good sale. Or you can choose to do a $35 membership plus add whatever oils you want and kind of build your own kit. And so a lot of people are adding the oils, the kids' oil collection and the touch kit, and then kind of piecing a couple things together for them. So it's more than making up for that $35 membership. And you guys, I spend way more than that on like something stupid that the kids want. But whereas this is going to be investing in your health, investing in your family, investing in your quality of life and your time with your family. It's so important, you guys, that we create this basis for our children. Because I believe that really we all have this beautiful purpose that God's given us. And to support our bodies, to support these temples is a big job. And to have these tools in our home means so much to me. So I can then turn around, support my family better. Our children feel more loved. They feel more secure. They're healthier. And they can then grow into their purpose and what God created them to be. And it's just like this beautiful cycle. So I really hope that this was super helpful to you guys. Please reach out if you have any questions or if I can help you get started. I actually have a really cool gift for you guys if you decide to get started with oils by tomorrow. So write me back. Let me know if I can help you. And I will be here if you guys need me today. All right. Ending Insta.